Derek from Broadway, Utica, making his way in. Come right on over here and get nice on the microphone. Good morning, Derek. And do you want her on mic as well?
Sure.
Okay, all right.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be, but I'm just making sure. She's not on TV.
Danielle Padula.
Not on TV. Good morning. How are you? Wonderful. And so you're doing what, Andrew? What is your problem?
You know that the reason I don't have that sheet for you is because none of the printers in the building are working all of a sudden. So.
Thanks. Yes.
It's like the voice of God coming from somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Derek.
God lost his voice, maybe.
Good morning.
Okay, so you have an event that is coming up on Wednesday where you're raising money. Explain what you're going to be doing. And bartending, by the way.
Oh, yeah, Derek is bartending, okay? If you guys all really like your alcohol,
do you know what you're doing?
Pardon?
Do you know what you're doing?
Do I know what I'm doing?
Are you a former bartender?
Oh, no, Bill.
Oh, okay.
No. Unless you drink Tito's,
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to have a backup.
Yeah. Where was it?
You're in luck.
Tito's, beer, wine, I can do it.
Bill Murray, I watched that documentary, which was phenomenal on Netflix if you get a chance to see it. And he just shows up at random places. He'll show up at somebody's wedding reception or whatever. Anyway, he showed up at a bar, and they put him behind the bar, and he was bartending. And everybody, no matter what you ordered, everybody got the same drink because he really didn't know how to bartend, so he just gave everybody mixtures of stuff. So
that could happen tomorrow night.
Yeah,
yes,
I'm sure it'll be much better than that.
I have a spotter.
Okay,
yes.
Nice.
The
That's
lovely
good.
Heather Gaetano is going to
now
spot
where
me.
you're going to be doing. This is going to be benefiting the Q Center of the Mohawk Valley, and it will be held at where?
It'll be held at the Shade Bar and Grill inside the Delta Marriott.
I've not been in there yet.
You haven't? Oh, my gosh. You have to go, Bill. It's gorgeous.
We're going to go on Wednesday.
Andrew's been there.
Yeah, we're coming on Wednesday.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
I'm going to order the most complex drink I can think of just to see what happens.
We're going to go walk the hotel later on this morning for the setup to make sure that everything's right.
I'm hearing the when you walk in, you just totally see the transformation of that hotel. It's the former Sheraton, if you're wondering.
The Radisson. Or was it a Radisson, Sheraton? What?
It was the former Radisson, but prior to that, it was the former Sheraton.
I hope it stays at Delta for a while.
I'm sure it will.
Beautiful.
Listen, it was Radisson for a long time, and before that, it was the Sheraton for a long time. I don't know what it was before.
And we put a lot of our cast and crew up there, and Kevin Tui and his team have always been wonderful taking care of our cast and crew. They go all out, and as you know, our cast and crew work odd hours, and their evenings usually start around 11, 12 o'clock at midnight, and they've always been really great to accommodate them when they come back from rehearsals or the shows are over. You
have some specials you're doing, happy hour specials. This is going to be from what time? 5 till 8 o'clock on Wednesday.
It's from 5 to 8 p.m.
Okay.
Wednesday.
What are your happy hour specials? People want to know this.
Oh, well, yeah, what they're doing is one of my favorite things at the Delta is that they do a Taco Tuesday. And if anybody who knows me knows that that's one of my favorite hangouts on Tuesday nights. So I'm always there for Taco Tuesday, and they do $5 tacos and $5 margaritas. And actually, the tacos are it's like two big beefy tacos for $5.
That's cool.
And they rotate them. They do fish one night, one week chicken, and so forth. The barbecued pork tacos with their mango pineapple salsa, spicy salsa on top is to die for. So that's my favorite. And
will that be on the list on
that's
Wednesday?
on the list for tomorrow night. They're doing it as a special. So
also cheese board for $6, $1 off any draft beer, $1 off a glass of wine. So there are a lot of specials.
You did your homework,
bring people
Bill.
in. Andrew did. So
and we're gonna, and the goal here is to raise a lot of money for the Q Center. As we all know, the Q Center is a safe haven for our LGBTQ youth here in the Mohawk Valley. We're very lucky to have a place like this dedicated to our LGBTQ youth, and this is such a great honor to be able to give them the responsibility to raise some extra money for them. As we all know, federal funding's been cut. When federal funding's cut, that means state funding's cut.
Yep.
And then when the state funding is finally divided up, that funding is divided up by population. So where does it go? It goes downstate to New York City, the majority of it. They receive almost zero funding up here locally to
and
fund
it seems like it's a very positive organization for these kids that at a time that is a time in history that's confusing, but a time in their lives that is confusing.
And
for any child, any kid, by the time you hit that age,
and then layer this on top of that.
Put this on top of it. Yep.
Yeah, it is tough. And what the Q Center does is that the Q Center not only helps the kids, they're also there for their families. So especially when you're working with the transgender youth, that particular group it's a really difficult position for both the kids and the families.
Yep.
More so for the families to understand what the kids are going through. And the Q Center offers all those services to help the families as well. So, that's just another layer of its importance.
It'll be at the Shade Barn Grill at the Delta Hotels Marriott, and it will be on tomorrow, Wednesday, 5 till 8 p.m.
5 till 8 p.m., and it looks like we're going to have a great turnout. We have lots of prizes to give away as well.
Nice.
We have Comets tickets, we have New York Mets tickets, we have gift certificates, and from the Shade Bar and Grill, from Engelbert's Jewelers, Universal Yoga. The Sound of Music has donated tickets to the event as well. And we have anonymous donor who has given who's donated dinner with me and 3 other people at the Fort Schuyler Club.
That's cool.
Which is cool. And most importantly, what I do want to touch on is that we have an anonymous donor that has come forward, and they are going to match dollar for dollar everything that we raise.
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
So that's pretty cool. So
that is cool.
When you think your dollar, so your
$1 is 2.
$1 is 2.
10
so
is
it's
20.
$1. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so everything
cool.
you add is going to be doubled, and that's kind of cool.
All right, tomorrow night. So have a little cocktail, enjoy, and
some tacos, and
take advantage.
We have all kinds of great things that we're going to be auctioning off and trying to raise some money. And we have a 50-50 and posters that are autographed by our cast and crews that are framed. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Derek's going to surprise everybody. He's going to come in like in the movie there with what's his name? He's flipping the bottles, turning around, doing the whole. It'll be crazy. All right, Derek.
She doesn't
Very
think
cool.
so.
Thank you.